Joining me right now is severe weather expert Guy Pearson. And, you know, Guy, it's been a busy morning across central Texas here. It's mostly been heavy rain, but again, as we take you into the radar here, you can see some lines of thunderstorms and certainly plenty of lightning.
Yes, there's been all kinds of lightning this morning with these storms. You know, part of that lightning is, you know, there's enough of an updraft that you actually have some collision of particles up in the atmosphere to help induce that charge. So we have had some hail reports this morning, as well as, you know, some rotation areas of potential tornadoes here and there.
All right, you know, when you take a look at the water vapor loop, Guy, here, you can kind of see the different sections of this storm. A lot of moisture here for Texas from Dallas toward Oklahoma City. While you certainly can't rule out severe weather, it looks like it's mostly rain, but it's that drier air south of Dallas towards San Antonio and Austin. That seems to be the area to watch, at least for the majority of the severe weather, including the tornado threat.
Yep, certainly. That drier air to the south, Bernie, that you were mentioning, as it moves towards the east and northeast later today, across central Texas and towards east Texas, that's going to be our main focus for severe. If you're talking as far north as the Metroplex area, there will be, you know, some severe weather around, but certainly not as numerous as across central Texas later today.
When you look at the future radar, there's the rain area, Oklahoma City. Now, I will say around Dallas, that looks a little concerning, those individual cells, but then we start talking about the clusters of thunderstorms from about Waco all the way toward just south of Shreveport.
Yep, those individual cells that we're talking about, you know, the Metroplex area there, certainly those individual cells would be some aspect of, you know, potential severe weather around. It's that cluster in that area farther south where you have the dynamics. You've got a little bit better moisture and a little bit better focus for all the different severe weather ingredients to come together there.
The other concern we have, and I've been mentioning this all morning, Guy, is it's very concerning what happens in Louisiana late today and tonight. Yep,
you know, as that storm complex from central Texas moves east into Louisiana tonight, you know, we talked about the two upper level lows that we had, and they weren't really moving anywhere. Well, we get this complex that develops later today, and then it just sort of stalls out along the boundary. There's still enough push, you know, with the piece of rotating energy over the southwest that it's continuing with enough forcing to continue that thunderstorm development and redevelopment over the same areas. And certainly flash flooding is going to be a risk tonight across Louisiana.
Yeah, for it looks like even Houston late tonight into tomorrow morning. How many times have you seen thunderstorms, Guy, in your career that explode along the Gulf Coast during the overnight hours?
It's been numerous. We'll leave it at that. But this is the perfect setup for a flash flooding heavy rain event. You have that stalled boundary. You have enough, like I said, enough forcing to actually then get the storms to continue to redevelop and move over the same areas. And that's what's going to lead to potentially localized higher rain amounts across an area that would lead to flash flooding in these areas.
You have a good feel for the amount of tornadoes today? Are we talking, I've been thinking a few to several in that moderate area. Certainly wind and hail and flash flooding are in the main threats. What's your thought on the tornado threat today?
Yeah, specifically on the tornado threat, there will probably be a few around. I think that's probably going to be about it. You know, with some of the trends that we've seen, you know, it's going to be sort of a quick spin up. It's not going to be anything that's, you know, going to traverse a long ways. It's going to be a quick spin up, not last very long. So you do want to pay attention if you live in the moderate risk area here. You do want to pay attention through the afternoon hours, as there will be some severe weather around.
AccuWeather severe weather expert Guy Pearson joining us from our Severe Weather Center in Wichita, Kansas. Great insight as always, Guy.